Cars. For some, they're just a way to get from point A to point B. For others, they're a passion, a blend of art, engineering, and adrenaline. But for a select group of YouTubers, cars aren't just passion or transportation, they're the foundation of multi-million-dollar businesses. In an age where people can make a living filming themselves, these car enthusiasts turned cameras and keys into empires that rival established automotive media outlets. From quirky reviews to jaw-dropping collections, from cinematic road trips to breakdown disasters, creators like DeMuro, the Stradman, Shmee150, and Hoovy's Garage have done what traditional magazines and TV networks once owned. They've made cars exciting, relatable, and insanely profitable. The road to riches, it turns out, is paved with horsepower. DeMuro, from quirky reviews to auction house tycoon. If you've ever typed in a car review on YouTube, chances are you've seen DeMuro pop up. His videos are instantly recognizable. The lanky guy in shorts, standing next to a car, pointing out quirks and features with unfiltered enthusiasm. At first glance, Doug seems like the least likely millionaire. His setup is simple, his delivery is nerdy, and his humor is dry. But behind that awkward charm lies a finely tuned business machine. Doug started with a blog, writing about cars and occasionally reviewing them. But when he leaned fully into YouTube, everything changed. His videos on rare, exotic, and weird cars quickly went viral. Why? Because Doug does something most auto journalists didn't. He makes complicated cars approachable. His Doug Score, a ranking system combining practicality and fun, became a trademark. Ad revenue alone from his millions of monthly views brings in 7 figures. But Doug didn't stop there. He leveraged his credibility to launch Cars and Bids, an online car auction platform. Think of it as the millennial-friendly competitor to Bring a Trailer. With his massive audience funneling into the site, Cars and Bids exploded, generating millions in sales volume. Doug isn't just reviewing cars anymore. He's facilitating their exchange and earning a cut on every deal. In essence, DeMuro turned pointing out cup holders and tailpipes into a business empire worth tens of millions. And he did it without ever changing his quirky authenticity. The Stradman, turning dream cars into a YouTube playground. If DeMuro is the nerdy professor of cars, James Condon, better known as the Stradman, is the ultimate car enthusiast who makes you feel like you're living the dream alongside him. His channel isn't about detailed reviews or technical breakdowns. Instead, it's about energy, excitement, and living life surrounded by Lamborghinis, Bugattis, and McLarens. James started small, filming cars with nothing but determination and an old camera. For years, he uploaded without much traction, often struggling financially. But when he went all in, moved to Utah and started buying his own exotic cars, everything clicked. Viewers weren't just watching a guy film cars, they were watching his personal journey from everyday struggles to living in a garage filled with million-dollar supercars. That relatability became his secret weapon. Every subscriber felt like they were along for the ride as he modified, collected, and showcased his dream garage. The Stradman's revenue streams are a supercar of their own. Ad revenue, sponsorships, affiliate links, and most importantly, merch. His vibrant, colorful merch line is a business in itself, bringing in huge sales from fans who want to be part of the lifestyle. Today, the Stradman is estimated to be worth millions, with a brand that extends far beyond YouTube. What he sells isn't just cars, it's the dream of achieving the impossible. He turned that dream into an empire, all while screaming with joy every time a Lamborghini's exhaust pops. Shmee150. The gentleman collector who made car spotting a business. On the opposite end of the spectrum is Tim Burton, known as Shmee150. Unlike Stradman's wild energy, Shmee built his empire with precision, consistency, and relentless documenting of the supercar lifestyle. He started out as just another car spotter with a camera in London, filming exotic cars he found on the street. But where others gave up, Shmee kept going. Daily uploads, meticulous planning, and constant travel. Shmee's brand grew as he shifted from spotting to owning. He began collecting supercars himself, turning his garage into what fans now call the Shmeemobile fleet. His channel showcases not only his cars, but also global car culture. Road trips across Europe, factory tours, exclusive test drives, and collaborations with manufacturers. But here's where the business side kicks in. Shmi isn't just a YouTuber, he's a brand consultant and entrepreneur. His relationships with car manufacturers, dealerships, and automotive companies allow him to monetize far beyond ad revenue. Sponsorship deals, appearances, brand partnerships, and merchandising all add up to a diversified empire. Shmi 150 is proof that discipline, consistency, and networking can turn even the most saturated niche into a multi-million-dollar career. Today, his collection alone is worth several million, and his brand generates enough to keep expanding it. The blueprint: how car YouTubers build empires. Despite their differences in style, all these creators share a common playbook for turning passion into profit. YouTube ad revenue. Millions of views equal millions of dollars. Car content has surprisingly strong CPM rates because advertisers in the automotive space are willing to pay big to reach passionate car buyers. Sponsorships and brand deals. Whether it's auto parts, insurance companies, car marketplaces, or detailing brands, these creators partner with companies that want to sell to their engaged audiences. Merchandise and products. T-shirts, hoodies, accessories. Fans love to buy into the brand. For creators like the Stradman, merch is a cornerstone of revenue. Businesses beyond YouTube. Doug built Cars and Bids. Shmi consults and partners with manufacturers. Stradman flips cars and reinvests in new ventures. Hoovy monetizes repair chaos. Each has a side hustle that grows alongside the channel. Authenticity and consistency. This is the secret sauce. Audiences can sniff out fakes instantly. Whether it's Doug geeking out over quirks, Stradman screaming with joy, Shmi meticulously documenting, or Hoovy crying over repair bills, the authenticity is what keeps fans coming back. Why this works? Car culture has always had a dedicated fan base, but traditional outlets like magazines and TV shows felt distant, elitist, or overly technical. YouTubers democratized car enthusiasm. They made it personal, relatable, and binge-worthy. Viewers don't just watch these creators drive cars. They feel like they're part of the garage, the road trip, or the breakdown. And that connection translates into trust. When these creators recommend a product, sponsor, or platform, their audiences listen. That trust is the foundation of every dollar earned, from ad revenue to multi-million-dollar auction platforms. The road ahead. As the automotive industry evolves, with electric vehicles, autonomous cars, and shifting consumer habits, these YouTubers are poised to grow even bigger. They're not just documenting cars, they're documenting the future of mobility. Whether it's reviewing the latest Tesla, taking a Bugatti across Europe, or breaking down a junkyard rescue, their content will always have an audience. In the coming years, expect more diversification, more businesses like Cars and Bids, more brand partnerships with EV companies, more merchandise empires. The road is wide open, and these creators are driving at full speed. Final thoughts. Doug DeMuro, the Stradman, Shmi 150, and Hoovy's Garage prove that passion, when paired with consistency and business savvy, can turn into fortune. They didn't just turn cameras on cars, they built ecosystems where cars fuel entire businesses. Each represents a different lane in the YouTube automotive world. The quirky professor, the dream chaser, the gentleman collector, and the relatable disaster. So the next time you see someone pointing at a cup holder, screaming over a Lamborghini, or crying about a repair bill, remember this. That video isn't just entertainment. It's part of a million-dollar business engine. What do you think? Which car YouTuber inspires you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of how creators are turning passion into profit.